Let's make Eject Operation Channel Intro.
Hello fellow YouTubers, like WC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to viewers new and old, and today I finally have this version of Blaster. I've been wanting to get this for a long time. I never saw the Kingdom one in stores. I checked Target and Walmart, never saw it. Went up on Hasbro Pulse, and of course you know how Hasbro Pulse is, it sold out in like 2 seconds. So, I knew I would at least have an easier time getting the Legacy one, because that obviously went up for pre-order on sites like Amazon and such, which is where I ordered this from, and that was just 2 days ago. And unlike Skids, they put it in an actual box, so the box seems to be in pretty good condition. A little dent in the back here, maybe. But yeah, very glad to have this. Open window, of course. At least I was able to look down in there and see that Eject is there, so I'm glad about that. Anyway, packaging. Get the radio mode right there, which I think looks really cool. Again, these are have very loud colors, and I'm on board for it. I really like that. Here you have the side. Again, shows him robot mode and a close-up of his face. Here you have the side. There he is. That's not quite how the finished product ended up looking, but I'm glad it doesn't look like that. Reverse of RC, that's for sure. So there he is in robot mode and alt mode, transforms in 20 steps. There's Eject, who's made out of translucent plastic. Don't like that, but whatever. I'm hoping we get the rest of his mini-cons. What I would like would be if they made, let's see, is it Rewind with Ramhorn maybe, and Steeljaw with Buzzsaw, which is one of Soundwave's minicons, because we still don't have a Buzzsaw. I can't believe Hasbro has not made that yet, because it would be such an easy repaint, and I'd buy it. Here's QR code, which I'm obviously going to get into right now. Okay, so once again, here we have the GIF, and I gotta say this one is a lot cooler than Skids, because Blaster actually shoots. And we got Eject, he's doing stuff, looks like he's got data going through him, Blaster speakers are going, so that's really cool. His alt mode is a radio, function is communications, origin universe is G1, his signature weapon is an electro scrambler gun, disrupts radio frequencies to disable electrical devices. Bio. Blaster loves loud rock and roll. The music is rocking, he is rolling. Deploys a team of Autobot mini cassettes. So where's the bio on Eject? That'd be cool. His skills, he has an 8 in strength, an 8 in intelligence, a 2 in speed, not very fast, and a 7 in firepower. So aside from speed, he's got pretty good stats. Okay, so without further ado, let's get this guy open. I've been waiting forever for this. Not forever, like 2 months, but still. I've been looking for him. Let's see here. Okay. Think I got all the tape this time. Unless, of course, some of it didn't cut for some reason. Alright. There went the instructions. Oh, there he is. Oh, he looks amazing. Okay. Okay, so before we get into the full review for this figure, I want to go ahead and talk about Eject. So Eject is a pretty nice, if it'll focus, little inclusion. I'm annoyed that he's made of translucent plastic, but I mean, he still looks really cool. He has details, but you can't really see him very well. And he does have 2 ports here that I haven't really tested to see what can fit in them. My gun might. Okay, let's just go ahead and test that now. Yeah. I mean, it looks silly, but you have that option should you so choose. And here he is with Rumble. Yeah, I do like this design better. And his transformation is pretty straightforward. All you do, you just come here, undo this right here, fold it down, rotate it, and then just fold this out, rotate it, then fold it down, do the same on this side. And just use your nail, get the head out. And there you have Eject in his robot mode. And I think it looks pretty good. Again, here he is with Rumble. There. There. Okay, Eject is a little bit taller. But yeah. Pretty cool. Articulation. Head is on a ball joint, so because of transformation, it can move around and look around, that kind of thing. Shoulders can do a full 360. They can go out to the side. You do get an elbow joint. Legs can kick forward that far and back that far. They can go out to the side that far. And you do get a really good knee bend. So overall, he's a decent little inclusion. I hope they give us a repaint of this. Again, only complaint is just that he's made of translucent plastic. I don't like that. So that's Eject. Then to get it back in, just push this button, put it in there, and good to go. So Blaster in his radio mode is really good. I really love the details, all the dials, the speakers. You do have a way to store his gun on the back. Basically, you just have this slot right here, and it just goes into that tab right there, or that tab goes into it, however you want to say it. I think that looks pretty cool. You get a handle that my fingers can't fit through, but maybe someone else's can. And again, you do have this button, which in all honesty is probably my biggest complaint with this figure, is that you push it in. And I know that's silly, but I wish you could push it down and that would open it. It's a stupid nitpick, I know, but still. I gotta find something to nitpick because this figure is borderline perfect. When you open it up, you can take Eject out. You do get some sculpted details in right there. Now it does get a little stuck sometimes. It's probably not going to now because I'm doing a review, and this thing is going to want me to think I'm crazy, but that does happen sometimes. So comparison with another stationary object, here he is with Perceptor, the 86 version. And here he is with the Kingdom Core class Soundwave. And I feel this is a little bit better because Blaster is supposed to be a radio that you like hold up and to your ear and jam out, whereas the Soundwave is a Walkman, which is supposed to be a handheld device. So having them like this, I honestly think works a little bit better. Oh crud, I just realized I had this part mistransformed. Okay, yeah, I had the speaker in the wrong way. This is supposed to be out on the front, whatever you call this part. You got to make sure you have these rotated before you fold the legs up, because otherwise they're not going to move. So like I said, I think these look pretty cool. They can both deploy their cassettes at each other. Only Soundwaves doesn't transform, So yeah, alt mode is really good. And I think that pretty much covers it. So, we're going to get him transformed. So yes, transformation is fun, but you gotta make sure you do certain parts in the right order. So begin, just take the gun off, then just come right here, just kind of push the handles to separate them. Then there is a port right here that's just gonna line up right there. So just push that into place. And you just take this part. Now this part can be a little tricky with getting the legs separated. They really lock into place, but apply some force and know how to do it. You can do it. Alright. fold this down, rotate, fold this down, collapse it, come right here, fold that around for the speaker, then just tilt this so you can get the foot out, and do the same thing on this side, and fold this down, rotate it at the waist, and come right here, and then just fold this until it locks into place. Fold the fist out, rotate right here. Do the same thing on this side, rotate it, and just come right here, fold this down, and then just kind of get the head out. It can take a little bit of work, but it's not too bad. And there's Blaster in his robot mode. And I think this robot mode is really good. Let me turn the light off so you can get a better look at the Autobot symbol there. Head sculpt, I think, is really good. Again, it doesn't look like how it was on the box art for Legacy, thank goodness. As usual, sculpted details are really nice. The coloration is good. This does really capture the look of the character. And you do actually have a finger that's different from the others. It's out, and that's for the purpose of, if you partially transform it, you can push the button and open up his chest. So that's really nice. I'm really glad they have that feature on there. Similarly to what Siege Soundwave can do. So basically you can just have him push that button, deploy Laserbeak, and then Blast can be like, no way, 2 can play. So that's pretty cool. And then another comparison, here he is with 86 Perceptor, and he's a lot taller. I'm trying to remember if that was the size difference between them or not. I feel like they were a little bit closer in size. I might be remembering it wrong, just based on the 86 movie. I remember some people were wondering why this guy wasn't in the 86 line, and to be honest, I can see that argument, but at this point I'm kind of like, look, as long as we get them, I'm fine if they're in the Marvel Legends line. I don't really care what line they're from, as long as they're still just as good as the other figures and they fit in fine size-wise. I'm good with that. Then he can hold his gun, and this is one of the weird instances where I actually put the weapon in the left hand. And that's just because I want his other hand free to be able to push the button. So for his articulation, head is on a ball joint, and also the transformation joint can give him some up and down. It can do a full 360, you do get some tilting. Shoulders can do a full 360. They can go out to the side about that far. You do get a bicep rotation. Elbows can pull off a little bit more than a 90. You do get some hand articulation. For the transformation, they can go way out. That's not right. And again, you can kind of cheat to be able to get some inward forearm movement. He does have a waist swivel. Legs can kick forward that far. And if you lift up this flap right here, back about that far, they can go out to the side that far. You do get a thigh rotation. Knees can pull off about a 90. He does get ankle tilt and some foot articulation. So, as usual, articulation is not really lacking other than maybe an ab crunch. I don't really care that much about ab crunch, but just because I have to nitpick something about it. So, I'd say that about covers this figure. Final thoughts on this are going to be a little bit different, though. So, here's Blaster, and here's my G1 Autobot display. I'm out of room. I can't fit him there right now. I'm going to have to change things up a little bit. I'm thinking I might make an expanded universe where I just have the characters that aren't actually characters from the G1 cartoon. That's what I'm thinking on doing, but we'll have to see. But regardless, this figure is very excellent. I'm very glad I was able to finally get him. I mean, what can I say? The alt mode is really good. Eject is a nice little inclusion. Only complaint is that he's made out of translucent plastic. And again, I hope they give us the rest of his mini-cons. Transformation is fun. The part with folding the legs in and out can be a little annoying, but it's still really fun. Robot mode, excellent. Great sculpt, great coloration, amazing posability. So that all combines together to make a figure that is definitely worth a pickup. And I believe he is still on Amazon right now, if you can't find him in stores. But yes, he is definitely worth getting. See, can I? No. All right. Just have to stick him there for a second. Now that's just my thoughts on this figure. Be sure to comment what you think of the figure. And if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.